Welcome back. I'm gonna be playing some server games. See how that works for me. I wanna play the Hive, I think. Alright, I'm gonna stand in the lobby for now because I have to go to the bathroom. And I might run and make another cup of tea, honestly. So, be right back, guys. I'll leave that message in chat so y'all can see it. Wait, why is my stream? Oh, okay, it was saying it was showing. Hey, we're back up to 63 followers, which is one more than we had before. Nice. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry for making you wait, y'all. I gotta crack my neck real quick, and then I will be back. Much better. Oh, ay. My neck needed to crack so bad that it hurt. But I am back, stream. I am back. Hello, y'all. I missed out on a couple of you while I was AFK. My bad. We're gonna be playing some stream games. Or some server games. So, as far as games, we're on the Hive. So, I think I definitely want to play some Death Run. I like Block Party a lot. I think Block Party would be nice. So, Death Run, Block Party, Hide and Seek, maybe? I'm not good at Sky Wars or Bed Wars. Sometimes Murder Mystery is fun. Let's throw myself to the wolves with some, Death Run. Why not? I haven't played it in a hot minute. I don't think I even know all the maps now, but that's okay. Hello. My day has been alright. I am glad to be able to play some server games. We're gonna play some Death Run, probably some Block Party, and some Hide and Seek and Murder Mystery at some point. Oh yeah, I forget this. I'm really rusty. I used to be pretty good at Death Run and manage like top 5 pretty consistently, but now I'm super rusty and haven't played in a hot minute. Yeah, like that was such a waste of my leap. I thought I had to go straight, not sideways. Yikes. I'm not too far behind if they're still engaging traps, though. Alright, cool. I am doing alright in the outside world. I am honestly so overtired that my head feels like it's going to split in two, but it's alright. I can't sleep yet, so here we are. It's like 11:30 p.m. for me, so I shouldn't be that overtired, but it's been minimal sleep the last few days, so it just hasn't worked out. But life is lifing, as I say. Is what it is. Oh god, I hate this. Ah. Ooh. Thanks. Yeah, I feel you there. I haven't been able to sleep, mainly because... Oh. I haven't been able to sleep very much for the last, like, week and a half, mainly because of weird schedule stuff going on at home. I'm not able to sleep until my, partner gets home, usually, and he has a habit of staying out. I got 5th place! Not bad for a warm-up round. I can't go to sleep until my partner gets home, not as like a codependency thing, as we have dogs and we live in an apartment, and the dogs bark at anyone that comes into the apartment, so door opening in the middle of the night means barking. So I have to stay up to make sure to keep them pretty quiet, or as quiet as I can, whenever he comes home, and he's been staying out a lot, so it is what it is. That's not a topic I'll delve into on stream in the off chance he does in fact watch my streams. I don't think he does, but, you know, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. I'm just excited as hell to play server games tonight, honestly. I haven't been able to play on servers in so long. PS Plus has been well out of my budget range for a long time. So I got PS Plus today for a month so I can play with my friend Christy, who I know in real life. Which means I am also playing some servers. 5th place is not bad for... Oh, that's a cool skin. For warm-up round. I honestly, I'll take that. I'd like to get better than that, but I'll take that. I haven't played this in... I don't even know how long. That's a cool skin too. I like seeing everybody's skins. That's kind of creepy sounding. I feel that you're there. I'm sorry that you were in a rough patch, but I'm glad that you're, like, coming out of it at least. I feel like I'm currently in the midst of one of the roughest patches I've had in a long time, which is really annoying with my birthday coming up and everything, but usually my rough patches happen because of my birthday coming up, so it is what it is. But it's cool to just, like, spend time chatting with creators and stuff. I love sitting here and chatting with people in our chat all the time. And it's pretty nice over here. Like, I honestly started streaming to want to eventually get to, like, affiliate and partner and stuff to, you know, make money while you're doing a fun thing. But I'm kind of vibing with just being a fairly small creator because you just get to, like, intimately talk with people about whatever all the time, and you don't get super overwhelmed by chat at any point in time. At least I haven't yet. Wow, I failed that miserably. Just trying to use my leap to get over that. I don't know, I feel like I get to talk more. Especially as someone with anxiety and, like, getting overstimulated, it helps a lot to be able to, like, just chill. Oh, come on, I cannot do these to save my life. What did I finish? 10th? Aw, that sucks. I'm sorry, I have to open Stream Manager to read your full chat. That's a lot, I'm sorry. I feel you there. A lot of stuff like that happens to me where it's like, oh, everything's kind of okay, and then, oh god, everything's absolutely terrible all at once. And it's a lot. I feel like that's kind of what's happening to me right now. Like, within the next month, my entire life is gonna absolutely hit the fan. But until then, I'm just vibing and being blissfully ignorant to what's going on and what could happen. But yeah, I'm glad that you're just, like, trying to kind of move past it and find some peace amidst it all. That's kind of all we can do, unfortunately, which drives me nuts. I'm not a huge control freak, but god, I can't stand when things are out of my control. That's oh, that statement comes off completely completely opposite. I definitely was making a logical point in that sentence, I swear. I'm not a control freak, but also if things aren't in my control, they suck. Not really, it's fine. I'm genuinely not a control freak about things, I just exist. It's just, not being able to have things in my control or be able to, like, do anything about a situation makes me very anxious, I guess would be the better statement. Because it's like, what do you do when there's absolutely nothing you physically can do? You just panic and hold on for dear life, I guess. This is even a redo of the last map, and I'm still failing at it miserably. I'm sorry to hear that you were in that low of a place. I have definitely been there many times in my life, but I'm glad that you have a good support system that could help you move on and make a plan for actually staying here. And I'm glad that you were here, which I'm sure sounds like something stupid from an online creator that you don't know worth hell, but I do mean it. I knew that was gonna happen. Everyone else gets to go, and then when I finally go, I get murked. Oh, I didn't need that leap, and I just screwed myself up. This is such a bad round. Ah! I can't play. Ah! Wow, that was bad. 13th. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have very many friends, but, the couple that I do are definitely helpful and genuine when I get to talk to them. It's hard, because adults are adults, and everyone has their own lives and busy times and all that, so not many people tend to connect very often, but that makes the connections even more genuine and good, I guess. I don't know. I'm definitely not one to complain about, like, being miserable or anything. I'm just vibing. At this point, I've had, like, such a overall miserable situation for over 2 years that I'm like, how bad can it be? And then the universe tries to prove that that statement's real fun, but I still just keep going, how bad can it be? It'll be over someday. And I really appreciate the compliment, thank you. I try to be. The world has way too many other people not to make things kind. My ma's a very overly optimistic, over positive type of person, so I kind of balance delicately in the middle of trying to be positive and just being very empathetic and kind versus being ridiculously positive about everything, because I don't know, I don't really... Are y'all gonna hit a button or what? Come on. I don't really like the toxic end of positivity that can happen when you're like really, really focused on being like, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be fine, over and over again. But sometimes you gotta... Oh god. I realized my mistake as I jumped. Tonight is not my night. It's okay though. Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Oh, come on, I was doing so well. I can't do this beady one. Run, 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 run. Force, run. I agree, everyone has their time. All will be resolved eventually. I'm starting to get back at using my leaps correctly, which is definitely helpful. I don't think anyone's finished yet, so that's nice. Yeah, because there's the finish. Oh, come on, I'm gonna get 4th? 5th. 5th! 5th. I'm down. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm definitely pretty rusty. This is like, here, Jax, let's play a game that requires intense focus and thinking and, like, motor skills when you're about ready to pass out from exhaustion. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. How was your day today? Yeah. Hardcore. Whee! That was fun. I fell into the void. Fair, fair. I mean, at least there's a mix to it all. I hope the scales are shifted more towards uplifting than crappy for you. What day is it even? It's Saturday. So I'll be streaming today for however long. I'll stream tomorrow also for however long. And I'll stream... And I'll stream probably Monday. Yeah, I want to do Mondays are for mental health again, so I might stream Monday. I don't know. Someone in chat when I was playing a little bit ago when I first started playing tonight, and I was playing on Among Us, was like, what's your stream schedule? I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me. You'd probably know better than I do. I sure as hell don't keep a schedule. There we go. I promise I will read that in a second. I read the part that's like actually visible for me on the screen, but I can't read the whole thing on the screen, which is annoying. I hate that it does that. I wish it wouldn't cut it out on me. Who just texted me? Was that Christy or was that my boyfriend? I need to know, because oh, I didn't realize that existed. I was like, I'm fine. I don't know who's in front, to be honest. I'm scared. Yep. That's what happens. I can't, like, do that correctly. Oh, come on. And then I always die a couple times. Yeah, fair. Nighttime is just a lot of reflection and trying to keep yourself in one piece, and that's understandable. Yeah, I have to remind myself of that because I feel like, at my age, I feel like I'm, you know, I try to remind myself that I'm young, but I also feel like I'm kind of past the point of telling myself I'm young in a way, and I have to also be like, wow, I gotta be serious about this, you know? If that makes any sense. Wow, that was 15th place. Okay, so let me read the rest of that. I'm glad that you've been on call with your friends. That's always a really good help. I'm normally in parties a lot throughout the day for talking to people, but I haven't today because I've been out of the house, so the night is definitely also uneasy for me, as well. That's kind of why I stream the most at night, hence me streaming at 11:48 at night for my time, because it's just like, well, I can sit here and be alone in my thoughts, or I can sit here and hyper-focus on a game and talk to people in chat. I think I'll pick the latter of the options. I don't know. Yeah, as to, it was Christy, as to what I was saying, it was like, I don't know, because I'm in my early 20s, I know I'm, considering I'm in my early 20s, I know logically I'm still incredibly, incredibly young, and there's so much more life to go. I mean, obviously, fingers crossed, hopefully I could die tomorrow, but not hopefully I could die tomorrow. Fingers crossed, hopefully, that I have a lot of years. Oh, I'm stumbling over myself so bad tonight, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, obviously you kind of hope that you have many years to go. Theoretically, I have many years to go, so I need to, like, realize that and not be as hard on myself about where I am right now, but I also feel like I can't be, I feel like I can't be allowing, and as permissive as I am in my life. Like, I'm letting a lot of people kind of control my life and what I do, and while, yes, I'm young and have plenty of years, theoretically, it's still wasting years. So, that's kind of where I am, and trying to make a change and actually create a positive impact to make that goal happen is just a little complicated, because being incredibly permissive has a lot of backfiring. Oh god. I didn't realize there was vines there. I'm hoping this person is the first place person, and I'm just like right behind first place, but I sincerely doubt it. I feel you there. Self-improvement is always the most difficult thing to do, in my opinion, because while yes, you know yourself and you can make the changes, it's also you know yourself, and a lot of times those changes aren't very easy, and a lot of things that we do are very ingrained in us for habits. Oh my god, every time I get to the end I just start failing so bad. Like, how did I miss that jump? The world may never know. Ay, ay, ay. Ninth. Not terrible. Yeah, I think self-improvement's really intriguing. I'm personally in intensive therapy and dealing with a lot of stuff to work on myself, because of my mental illnesses and trauma and a bunch of other nonsense. But I don't know, I think it's hard because so much of it's ingrained, and you kind of are your own worst enemy in that sense. And when you are working to improve yourself, you kind of also keep yourself back a lot. Not even intentionally for most of us. It's a unicorn. Yeah, understandable. It's hard to have resources, honestly. Like, I'm on my state's insurance, so I get incredibly limited access to mental health support. I actually have to go to an option that's about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive away from me. Luckily, they still do telehealth right now, so I'm able to stay at home and not spend $60 to $70 in gas every week when I go to therapy, and every month when I get med checkups. But I don't know. I've been there of the less resources and no meds and all that. And I'm someone that's not really heavy on thinking that medication's necessary. I think in my situation it had to be necessary because, oh my god, I was not going to be out of jail for much longer if I didn't get on some meds, to phrase it kindly. But I'm attempting to figure things out. I don't know, it's a lot of trial and error. I don't really think, I think that there's a lot that can be done in this day and age without professional resources. That's not to say I'm like super heavy on like just do everything yourself, but I think that the availability we have to a lot of important resources helps make surviving and coping with what you're dealing with easier, if that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very eloquent right now because I am incredibly tired. 6th, not bad. But I don't know, I think there's a lot of things you can do. You know, there's self-help books, there's YouTube exists, which has, oh my god, so many things that can help. There's, you know, community resources to learn from other people that have similar diagnoses or similar struggles. There's entire coping skill books and therapy books and all kinds of stuff. Personally, I'm working in DBT therapy, which is, I think, why this round of therapy. I've been in and out of therapy my whole life since I was like 8 years old, so over a decade now. Almost a decade and a half. So I've been there as far as like even having resources and them not helping. I think the biggest thing that changed this time around was I was at a point where I absolutely knew I needed help and I was willing to get the help, and where I found someone that's willing to use more resources with me instead of just talk therapy, because talk therapy is great and all, but you can do that with literally anyone, in my opinion. Like, have a really nice friend that's gonna listen to you, and there you go, there's talk therapy. But I don't know, I think if you ever if you need help in issues like emotion regulation or coping with emotions, I think I would definitely look into resources like DBT therapy, because it's actually incredibly helpful. It has a few main categories, and some of them one of them includes emotion regulation. So it teaches a lot of like coping skills. It teaches you how to get through really hard mental moments or emotional moments. There's a lot of really interesting lessons when it comes to when it comes to DBT therapy. And that's like, you can literally Google it and find information about it or whatever, you know. Because I've been there, I've been without the resources. Honestly, the reason I got diagnosed with autism in the first place was because I did a lot of intense research on my own when I didn't have the resources to have help, and I kind of ended up on the path of being like, you know, maybe that's going on with me. And once I finally had the access to the resources, I was able to communicate that effectively and pursue treatment and diagnosis, which is a pain because adult autism's massively underdiagnosed and there's so few specialists for it and all that, but I stopped for no reason. 10th place. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot you can learn without having to pay someone. I think the medical system's a whole mess anyways, if we're being real here. Like right now, I'm on about 100 milligrams of a mood stabilizer and having bi-weekly therapy sessions with intense DBT therapy skills. And then I still, you know, have one or two friends I vent to about just about anything and everything in the world. And the occasional massive meltdown. I don't know, I think what people don't realize is getting help and improving yourself doesn't mean everything is going to be okay forever. And I think that's what discourages people the most from trying in general when it comes to anything to do with self-improvement or help or any of it. Because when you expect results that are going to improve your life and then you don't get that immediate satisfaction, it's hard to want to keep doing it. I know especially for me, I was like, I'm learning DBT so that I can manage, you know, my borderline episodes, I can manage my issues with communication, this and that, and it's like, I'll still have days where my communication's absolute dog shit. Pardon my swearing, I try not to swear on Twitch. I'll have days where my emotions are all over the place. I literally the other day had a moment where I just started absolutely bawling my eyes out in bed for no reason other than I felt like absolute terrible mess and needed to cry. And it just, the only difference is that those moments, those moments aren't as debilitating now as they used to be, now that I have a skill set and have the improvements and have made the changes. It doesn't mean they go away, it just means they're better to they're better to handle. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because living with lifelong diagnoses, you know, like borderline personality disorder is in itself incurable. You can reach a state of remission through therapy where you are outwardly not expressing enough of the traits to be considered a borderline diagnosis, but that doesn't mean that you're not inwardly experiencing those traits. It just means you're constantly monitoring and working through them, and that's what a lot of people don't register, is, you know, a lot of things we're dealing with are never going to go away, unfortunately. Especially when you're dealing with things like trauma and neurodivergency. Our brains are physically altered. There is no undoing what's going on in our brain. It's just, we have to kind of make the most of it, I guess. Not me getting all philosophical up in here. Just starts reverting back to the Disney song stems, like I wasn't absolutely going down a rabbit hole. That's a very healthy way to deal with it. Ooh, I get to be a person. I get to be a person, I say. Whatever, they can do it. How? Did I forget how to operate traps? Am I dumb? Ah, I did forget how to operate traps. I am dumb. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I think that's a very, healthy way to look at it. Is to just kind of use it as a guideline. I'm getting kills. They're all the way up here. I'll let them have that trap. Hey, I'm getting kills. Oh, that sucked. I'll let them handle that and I'll go this way. Because there's still some people back here, I think, isn't there? Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think a lot of people make, trauma out to be some, like, terrible, it's going to rule my life forever thing, and while I agree it is absolutely terrible, and you do have lifelong effects from it, I agree with the mentality of, like, you can't just kind of give in to the mentality of, well, I'm just forever altered, and I will always be this specific way from the trauma. That was fun. I got to be the death person. I got 16 kills. Not bad, not bad. I forgot I have the surf type outfit for my character when it's death. Mr. Worldwide. I promise I will read that in a minute. I see the beginning of it, but I don't want to make assumptions about the rest of it and make statements that are asinine. I will say, before I read the rest of it, I think I can safely say that I hope that whatever it works out to be, it works out to be the best for what you need in this moment in time, and for what your partner needs. I agree. There are very limited resources for many age groups when it comes to self-improvement and self-help content out there. I hate that log. I normally could jump over it. How did I die there? Did they? Oh, they set off the TNT. Okay. I was like, did I just randomly die for no reason? I'm glad it wasn't just randomly for no reason. If it's like a trap, I understand, and I'm fine with that. Wow. I'm not fine with that. That was terrible. What did I finish? 7th? Not bad, not bad. Okay. So now I will read that. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think that there's a lot of people that are kind of 50-50 when it comes to relationships and taking breaks. A lot of people believe that if you can't make the changes and progress needed to be made while you're still in the relationship, you won't be able to keep the changes in the relationship, which I don't know. And then a lot of people believe breaks are really helpful and really necessary. I think it really depends on your personal dynamic. Like you said, it motivated you to want to improve yourself, and that's really great, and I'm glad that it kind of gave you the push in that direction. I think a lot of people believe that when you need to make big changes, you absolutely have to be doing it specifically for a reason tied to yourself, or for bettering your own self, rather than for someone else or because of someone else. But as someone that's been incredibly suicidal at many points in my life, sometimes you need that reason to hang on, or that reason to make a change, and just doing it for yourself is practically impossible. So I'm not of the belief that yeah, exactly, you need a reason sometimes. I think it's the same concept of the people that are like, you can't ever truly love another unless you love yourself, which I think is absolutely baloney. Self-love and romantic love are entirely different, and sometimes you need that constant support and romantic love to even think about loving yourself, and sometimes vice versa. So, I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Well, I think there's a lot of nuance in all of it. Personally, I think I wouldn't function well with relationship breaks because I have intensely black and white thinking, and I think if I get to the point where I want to be out of a relationship, it's too far for me to be able to consider it just a break, if I'm wording that well. Wow, I can't jump. I don't think I step back from the situation enough to be able to take a break and have it be a positive thing versus just needing to be done. And that's just a me thing, genuinely. Like, when I'm done, I'm done. It's just too little too late once it gets to that point for me. 9th place. Not bad. I really want to get top 3 before I switch game modes. But again, that's me and my black and white thinking, honestly. Because I prefer to work on things inside of a relationship for me, because I prefer to kind of be able to gauge how each other are doing, you know, still spend time together, still talk about things, all that. But like you said, when you're still friends with someone and on breaks, that's still completely possible. So, you know, I can't say much as far as relationships go. Pretty much all of my relationship experiences have been incredibly toxic in one way or another, whether it's because of me or because of the other person, or both. So, I'm not a very good person to give any thoughts or advice on it. I think being autistic, unfortunately, makes me struggle with a lot of emotional connections, which means my logic overpowers my emotions a lot of times, and if my logic is saying something isn't right, my emotions are done, and then it's damn near impossible to get past that point. I can read that because I am on pause. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. I feel you there. That's actually, I had a 4-year relationship, and that's what ended it for me. I was definitely very much in that way. Actually completely in that way. And in that frame of mind. and it turned into a situation where, like, he was like, yeah, we can't keep doing this, and I was like, well, this is not a relationship because you're not treating me like it's a relationship, and just, oh my god. I think if I was more self-aware, like I am now to an extent, things would have ended incredibly differently in that relationship for the both of us. Not saying I would want to still be with him by any means, but there was so much toxicity that didn't need to exist, and it was on my end. But I've made changes. It took me probably... I've been working on so much the past 2 years since that relationship ended that it's hard to pinpoint. I think it took me a solid... 2 to 6 months when it came to the like more controlling and attention-seeking behaviors that I was working on. It took a lot of like, whoa, wait a minute, and then just kind of thinking through it and finding ways to change my way of expressing emotions, because I think that's the biggest thing, is like, attention seeking really isn't you trying to be super toxic, it's you trying to sufficiently meet an unmet need, and sometimes it's not your partner's fault that that's unmet, you know, it's just your history, and your emotions at the time. So it really is kind of difficult to see how to... Did I seriously get 3rd place? Or 2nd? 3rd? I think I got 3rd place. I don't know. It's hard to figure out how to meet that need on your own. I think that would be my advice, when you said, like, you're dealing with being clingy and attention-seeking. I feel like that means that, and you're totally, take this all with a grain of salt, because I am completely reaching. You can tell me I'm completely wrong and shut up at any point in time. I feel like when we are attention-seeking and being clingy, we seek feeling comforted and connected and loved. And we already know logically that we are loved, but that it's kind of a trauma response thing, where your body will, in your brain, will always keep telling yourself that you're not connected and not loved in any situation. And I think what helped me the most with that was figuring out how to occupy my time, because, like you said, your partner's busy, you know, so you get a lot of time where you're not with them. So figuring out how to I did get 3rd. Sick. Figuring out how to occupy your time is a big thing. You know, hobbies, friggin' friends, any of it. And ways that you can make yourself feel loved. And kind of learning how to talk back to negative self-talk. I think that's what helped me the most, was figuring out how to get the negative self-talk to quiet, which is very difficult. There's a billion different ways that you can do that. For me, what helps me the most is separating that negative self-talk from myself, kind of like calling it the bad brain, or the goblin in my brain, or random stuff like that, and basically creating it as a separate entity to kind of remind myself that that's not my logic brain thinking, that's purely my emotional brain thinking, and sometimes it's not true. But there's a lot of ways. A lot of people practice, like, what was the one I was thinking of? A lot of people practice just positive self-talk to try to, like, overspeak the negativity in your mind, and, like, kind of override it in a way. I don't know. But no, I totally get that. I've been there as far as, like, starting arguments because you don't feel loved, but they're thinking that, you know, they're doing everything they can to love you. And it's hard. I think also something that would be really helpful if you two do pursue getting back into a relationship is learning each other's love languages. I cannot recommend that enough. Like, genuinely, there are quizzes you can take and everything to figure out what each other's love languages are, and that is so helpful with learning how to be able to treat each other to progress in a positive way, and like continue to make each other feel the most loved, because we as humans experience love based on our love language, and a lot of times what happens in relationships is we give love in the language that we would normally receive it. So if your thing for feeling loved is time with with someone else, you will, I got second place, you will want to spend time with your partner to show them that you love them. However, if your partner's thing to feel loved is acts of service, for example, like doing little things for them, helping them around the house, that sort of thing, they're gonna feel like you're not loving them, or not loving them enough, because they're not seeing the way that they feel love existing correctly. And that's where it's such a disconnect for people. I've been learning really intensely about it. I also will write, if you're into podcasts, I will write a podcast in chat. They're a really interesting relationship podcast, and I'm not saying it solely because of the relationship situation you're going through. I'm saying it because they actually really helped me with myself and figuring out how to know what I want in life, figuring out how to go for what I want in life, figuring out what I do and don't deserve from other people regardless of relationships, all of that. They have a lot of really interesting topics, and they do like long form podcasts as well as some really shorter videos and stuff. It's literally just that on like YouTube or whatever. They're really interesting. There are a couple that have a very traditional dynamic, like the man does all the work and making the money and all that stuff, and the woman stays at home and takes care of the children and cooks and cleans, and plenty of people have issues with that dynamic. I don't personally. I can see how it can be toxic and controlling, but when it's someone that's a positive influence, that isn't necessary or a part of the situation. So I don't know, it's just a little thing that I like. They also have a lot about relationships, obviously. They have a whole like concept called relationship check-ins, where you learn how to like spend some time with your partner talking about, hey, you know, what's something that I did right for you this week or this past few days, what's something that I can do better, what's something that you didn't like about our interactions or whatever, and just basic stuff that a lot of relationships overlook. I know it made me go like, wow, I didn't even think about doing so much of that, and that would be so helpful. But yeah, I don't know, I've been there as far as like being really stuck on feeling like you're not loved or not important because of not being able to do X, Y, or Z about the relationship, whether it's spend time together or this or that, and it's understandable. Everyone has their own perspective, but like you said, people are busy and it's hard to remember that. I have a hard time with that with my friends, like my very close friend that I miss dearly, works 80 to 90 hours a week and has a whole life and everything to deal with as well, so we talk maybe once a month, if that. And I desperately miss him all the time when I don't get to talk to him, and it gets me really down sometimes, and then I have to kind of repeatedly remind myself that it's not this mental thing I have of like, oh my god, I'm this terrible friend, he doesn't want to talk to me. It's literally, he has other things to do. But it's hard. I think there has to be a lot of support and a lot of understanding to get through stuff like that as well, you know? I think just toughing it out and doing it from your end helps a lot, but also there has to be the give and take. There has to be the meeting you where you are in a way. You know, for example, I can't have a partner that's going to just force me to experience sensory overstimulation repeatedly, because as much as I work on not getting as easily overstimulated, I'm still going to get overstimulated eventually, and with certain situations, it's still a part of me as a human being. And to be with someone that completely ignores that value and that concept is not sustainable. I hope that you can reconcile things with your best friend as well. I'm sorry that things are needing to be reconciled. You caught me when I'm tired and philosophical, so I'm just genuinely babbling. Like I said, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm no professional. Just a person with a lot of mental problems that likes to talk. Yeah, I feel weird, giving advice to an extent, because I also realize that everyone's experiences are incredibly different, and it's hard to be like, this is gonna do it, you know? Yeah, I agree. Everyone's experiences tell a story. I've only been on this planet for 22, going on 23 years. I am definitely not an expert, but also I've been through a lot of shit, so apologies again. God, I'm trying to not swear on Twitch. Oof, I don't know where these are. Normally I can, like, just guess, but I had no clue where those normally are. Where am I? Where do I go? Am I broken? Huh? Oh, I keep hitting the ledge. Loses time from just completely not knowing where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going with this either. Oh, okay. This map is confusing me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this way. Okay. I've never played this map before. What did I finish? 4th. Okay, that's not bad for a new map. Also, I think my Snapchat went off. Christy! Wow, that was loud, my bad. My head is killing me, and I wish it would just stop, but it won't. Hi, baby girl, what you doing? What you doing? You sleepy? I think this is gonna be my last round before I go play a different game. Ooh, my pets. I can tell you all about my pets. So, I have 2 pets. My partner has 2 pets, which means we have 4 pets in a 2-bedroom apartment, which is a real fun time sometimes. We have 2 dogs and 2 cats. My dog is a... You get a long story for this one. So my dog is a Vizsla Boston Terrier German Shepherd mix. She's about 60% German Shepherd and kind of a mix of the other two. She was an accidental baby. My dad got her mom and her mom's sister for free from a house that had been overbreeding dogs, that had about 17 dogs in one trailer home, and they weren't getting any of them fixed, and there was one intact male that was a full-blood German Shepherd that was getting every female in the trailer home pregnant over and over again. So my dog's dad is also her grandfather, and also probably her uncle, and whatever the hell else. And when my dad got his dogs for free from this home, as like rescuing them from the situation, he didn't know that one of them was pregnant. Yeah, accurate. He didn't know one of them was pregnant until a month or so went by, and I go, "Hey Dad," oh, second, I go, "Hey Dad, Layla, her name, looks a little fat there." "Hey Dad, her nipples look a little big there." "Hey Dad, I think she's pregnant." And he kept being like, no, she's not pregnant, please, she's not pregnant, I can't deal with more dogs. Yeah, she was pregnant, and she had a litter of 6 puppies on Christmas Day back in 2021, which were all very interesting colors, and like I said, ended up being like 60% German Shepherd, whereas she's like 30% German Shepherd. So she's like half the size of every single one of her puppies. And most of them ended up actually pretty close to home, luckily. My dad raised them, I helped raise them and train them as they were very, very young, and spent time with them constantly since they were born. And then at 8 weeks, we got them all homes, which was pretty much everyone in the family. Second place again, yay! Pretty much everyone in the family. My mom has one, I have one, my uncle has one, my ex's aunt and uncle have one, which is unfortunate, because now that we are non-communicative, I don't know how that one's doing, which is, like, sad, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure she's doing fine out there in the universe. That's 4. Where are the other 2? Carvin, Mix. Zelda, another one of the girls, was one that my Nana kept, which is who my dad lives with to take care of her, so she stayed at my dad's house. Unfortunately, last year, my aunt got involved and decided to sell her off to some random person online, so we no longer know where she is or if she's okay. A whole family drama situation that can be discussed at a later date. But then there's the last girl, and she is with someone that's a couple towns away from us that have their own family and dogs and everything. And they take good care of her, and I still see her once in a while because they're relatively close. That's so interesting. I've always wanted to own chicks. My ma owned chickens for a very short bit of time. I'm sorry that you had to, like, give them up. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Here. But yeah. So, my dog is that Mix, and she's almost 4 years old. She weighs about 60 pounds. She basically looks like a all tan Shepherd Pity mix? Question mark? Most people think she's a Pity mix. Which, I mean, if you think about it, like, Boston Terriers, if you size them up, kind of do look like Pitties. So it kind of makes sense, but that's awesome. I hope that that works. I hope that that happens. That would be really nice. And then I have Lucy, my cat, and she is almost 5 years old. She's also a December baby. She's a black and white tuxedo cat. Where? Oh, I used my teleporter and I still fell off. Damn it. I forget I have to stand still after I hit that. Yeah, she's a black and white tuxedo cat. She's incredibly overweight, unfortunately, but I am trying to work on that. And then The other two animals are my partners. The dog, her name is Bailey. She is a full-blood German Shepherd. She is a big ol' sweetheart. My dog's reactive, so she's a pain in the neck. She's not aggressive, she's reactive. She barks and get anxious at, like, everything that exists. And then Bailey's just, like, chill about everything. They're polar opposites. But, and then his cat is named Kitty, and, she, is a, what's the word for it? Tortoiseshell? Tortoiseshell cat, calico without the white. And she's pretty small. She's very sweet. She's very, anti-social. So she's just kind of like, you can pet me on my terms, and that's it. Yeah, my dog ended up very reactive because she was my first experience of having a puppy, and I did not socialize her the way that I should have. Mainly meaning I just didn't socialize her, which means she's pretty scared of just about anyone and everything now. And I'm working on training that out of her, and have been for a few years, but it takes a lot of time and effort and slow progress. But I lay on my bed to stream, so both dogs lay with me, so I'll pretty frequently be just like talking to them and messing with them, especially since my girl is right against my arm. Hi, baby. Oh, that's really interesting. I have been around small dogs a lot in my life. My Nana has a Chihuahua Shih Tzu mix, and he's itty bitty bitty, and he's old. And my aunt and my Nana have both had like Chihuahuas, and wait, I'm just broken, and I thought I was standing on orange. Okay, yeah, Chihuahuas and Shih Tzus and Pomeranians and a bunch of small dogs. Wow, I just hit my mic, my bad. But they sound very cute. I actually saw a cute dog today when I was out. He was very angry in the car, but he was very cute. I'm a sucker for animals in general. Especially the animals I probably shouldn't be a sucker for, like random wildlife, but it's fine. I actually held a newt today. I was just talking on stream, like, last week or something, about how I, was surprised I hadn't seen or held a newt or a salamander in years. Because I genuinely haven't. I used to find them and catch them all the time as a kid. But I, haven't seen them in a very long time. And then when I was mowing lawns today, I found a newt. Held him for a while. He was a little wiggly dude. I just pick up random wildlife, to be honest. I picked up a frog the other day. I usually pick up snakes quite frequently, especially garter snakes. Obviously, I don't pick up venomous snakes, but there's not many venomous snakes where I live, so it's pretty much a sure bet you can pick up most snakes you find. So, yeah. I'm just slightly feral sometimes, it's fine. I'm normally really good at this game, but I think my brain isn't, like, seeing the colors correctly. And I'm just getting myself confused. My favorite color? Ooh, that is a good question. Unfortunately, it's a difficult question for me for whatever reason. I think my general answer would still be blue. I like a lot of shades of blue. I have a lot of favorite colors, I guess. I used to just generically answer black, because that's what I wear the most of. I think it'd be a tie for me between, like, maroon red and pastel turquoisey blue. Sky blue is very pretty as well. I don't know, I like every shade of blue that I've ever seen, but maroon's been a favorite for me lately. I've been getting back into like more feminine colors that I always despised as a child, so purple and pink are a vibe sometimes. I don't know. I like colors. I'm trying to remind myself I like colors instead of just letting myself endlessly exist in black. Jump, boost, and speed, okay. I used to get first on these games really frequently, so I'm trying to actually do good. Right here, I think. Yeah, I agree. Especially because I spent a lot of my childhood and teenagerhood. Where is it? Oh, so close. I spent a lot of my teenagerhood, at least, transitioning and trying to very, very, very stray from anything that could be perceived as feminine. So letting myself just exist with what I want to exist with is something I'm relearning as an adult. Or trying to, at least. Doesn't always work. Because unfortunately we live in a society. And society loves to categorize and gender you based on what you enjoy. And I don't vibe with that. Especially being someone that's non-binary, that generally presents mostly feminine, and then gets the cringe of constantly dealing with just everyone assuming you're a woman at all times, is not fun. I am drinking lemon tea while I talk. Apologies for the noise. I'm all over the place. I very firmly identify as non-binary now, but being a teenager was a mess. I'll tell you that much. But isn't it for us all? Hello, baby. You know you can't sleep when I keep bugging you. I love you, big girl. You big girl. Yeah, you like me giving you attention even though you act like you don't. Because when I stop, you're like, wait, why did you stop? I could be doing my migraine treatment right now while I'm playing so that my head stops feeling like it's splitting in half. But I think my migraine treatment's dead currently. Let's see if we can do any better this time. I'm determined to get top 3. Cyan. I'm not colorblind, I have a hard time with nuanced colors sometimes when they're far away from my face. Ooh, I screwed myself over, but I got some good power-ups. 3 color teleporters is gonna be a lifesaver. To be fair, I'm also, like, theoretically legally blind, so that probably doesn't help with not being able to see my TV very well right now. I do have my glasses on, though. I just probably need an updated script at this point. Yellow, not orange. Do not stand on orange and think it's yellow. Do not stand on yellow and think it's orange. Be smart, Jax, be smart. Purple. This is purple, right? Yes. That person's got a dog skin. Light blue. It's this, I think. What is your favorite movie? Or TV show? Either of the above. Some people only watch one or the other. Oof, 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 oof. I survived. What is your favorite movie or TV show? How do I had the game stacked for winning and I failed. Fair. I will answer it as well to be impartial. My favorite show is probably a tie between the old episodes of American Horror Story and anything from Supernatural. So probably Supernatural. My favorite movie, I think it's still The Neverending Story. Transformer movies are good. Any of the Transformer movies are really good. I like that they keep doing spin-offs of them too. It's really interesting. Yeah, I think I still would say The Neverending Story. I've said The Neverending Story movies as my favorite movie since I was like a child and first watched them. I'm a sucker for the old school animation and like handmade puppet making and stuff that was in films, like stop motion films, and shows like Wallace and Gromit. I like the weird kind of creepy style from like Dark Crystal. I like kind of the cringe to most people now, but really interesting when it was made vibe that a lot of things like the Neverending Story movies and stuff have to them. I don't know. I watch those a lot and they're still very prevalent in my mind most days, so I think they're a valid top spot. I've watched a lot of movies. It's hard to pick. I think one of my fixation movies right now is Black Widow, or most any Disney or Marvel movie. At any given point in time, though. Cyan. This is blue. That's cyan. I'm screwed. Yep. Fair. I have two younger brothers. I've been there. I don't know what generation my younger brothers are. I don't even remember what generation I am, technically. God. I'm gonna have to Google that. Do I have enough time to? Probably. Alright, I'm going off a random graphic I found online, but according to this, me and both of my brothers are all Gen Z. I haven't interacted much with the generation below. I've interacted with a lot of younger Gen Z, I think, because of TAing for a long time when I was a teenager. I don't know. I don't interact with children. I mean, I interact with my younger cousins sometimes, but not very much. And usually it's just like chill. To be fair, I think it'd be concerning if I said me and my brothers are all Gen Z. and I'm an adult and I interact with Generation Alpha people. So, yes, I don't really interact with them. Hairstyles. I don't know. I'm capable of, like, most basic braids and hairstyles and stuff. I can do some basic hair cutting. You know, I know how to braid, I know how to French braid, I know how to fishtail braid. I know how to do, you know, ponytails, buns, combination of any of the above, general haircuts, like half updos, kind of just all basic stuff, not anything super advanced. I have pretty long hair. I grew up with incredibly long hair for most of my childhood, so I kind of learned as I went. And my mom always likes me doing her hair for her, so I learned how to braid her hair a lot and cut her hair and all that. But my hair's pretty easy to deal with hairstyle wise because it's unfortunately stick straight at all times, maybe wavy. I feel you there. I have hair that's fairly long, probably the longest I've had it in a long time. I've been growing it out for like 3 or 4 years straight. Similarly, I just can't deal with hairstylists and salons and stuff because I've had enough bad experiences with them that it's just near impossible to find one that I trust anymore. And it's expensive, god damn. So I just don't cut my hair, and haven't cut my hair in a long time. I need to because the dead ends are horrendous. But yeah, I very low effort exist. I pretty much just keep my hair up in a like messy bun type thing now, or in a claw clip. That is definitely the move. I agree. I kind of picked up haircutting. Oh, how do I manage? I picked up haircutting just little by little over the years. I'm not like super professional at it by any means, but I can trim my own hair, I can cut my own hair, I can give myself layers, I can do my bangs. I think that's the biggest reason I stopped going to hairstylists for a long time, was because I had like side bangs and I really liked those very specific, and every time I let a hairstylist do it for me, they did it wrong. So I just didn't want it. But I have long hair. It's basically perceived as feminine because most of me is feminine. Being a human with a female body means it's incredibly difficult to present as masculine sometimes, or even neutral. But I don't know, I just live in claw clips and buns. Claw clips are a lifesaver. Because I hate the head pain from having a ponytail for too long. Or even a bun. I've had to learn how to do my bun differently so I don't get the head pain from like a strain on my hair. My hair's like probably mid-back right now. Fair. I do in fact need to get back into exercising again, because I lost a lot of my muscle mass and gained weight quite a bit, and it's a little frustrating, but we're vibing. Clarification, since you've never been in stream before, that's not me trying to be weird. That's genuinely what happens when I yawn. Just like when I sneeze, it comes out as a chew. My body's interesting. So I apologize for the squeaks. I like their wings. Sneeze at the sun. Fair. I've actually heard that like looking at something bright when you feel like you're gonna sneeze helps you sneeze, but I've never tested the theory. But I'm like exhausted and playing in the dark right now, so I'm probably gonna yawn a decent bit as time goes by. And sometimes I can suppress it, and sometimes it's just squeaks. Whoa. Black. I'm not gonna keep jumping around because I keep sliding off. That's interesting. Where am I going? Is this orange? I hope this is orange. That's actually interesting. I like that fact. I always love learning little facts. I'm trying to lock in, but my brain is not locking in. That lost a lot of people. No, just one. Oh, I saw multiple people. Where's light gray? I used the teleporter too low, damn it. It's like, I'm gonna get top 3 in one of these rounds eventually, somehow. Some way. Oh, Instagram, tell me how much. Oh, I threw my phone. Up I go. Maybe everything is fine. I am just clumsy. Yep, 100%. Picked up my phone and just like threw it across over my bed onto the floor. Be fumbling. Probably why I keep sliding off edges on the game, too. Okay. Anyways, what was I gonna look up? Ah, Instagram. Tell me how many days there are left until my birthday. Holy hell, this loud. I accidentally made a pun and I was very confused because someone was like, I see the pun you made, and I'm like, you do? I mean, you do. I made a pun. Where's my countdown? 9 days, 23 hours. 9 days, 23 hours. Gotta text my mama back. Oh god, oh god, oh god, it's starting. I used to be really good at this. I don't know why I'm flopping tonight. Month, baby. I am an October month, baby. I am a Libra. For anyone that's out there that's into zodiac signs and astrology. That's so cool. Your birthday's actually really close to my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday is the 28th. I am on the 8th. Y'all be Scorpios, though. Which I love. Because I feel like I kind of just end up having a lot of Scorpio traits from having BPD, because I'm just intense all the time, and it's fine. There's a lot of October babies in my family, ironically. Like, both of my uncles, my cousin's girlfriend, at least one of my younger cousins, myself. Yeah. I think one of my grandparents had an October birthday before they passed. We be October people. And my mom, of course. Yeah, the fall season definitely came for us. Both of my little brothers are summer babies. They're both in August. They're actually 2 years and 6 days apart. My dad is an April child, I believe. Oh, thank God. April child. My boyfriend also is as well. Three left. I'm not gonna get first, but I'm gonna get top 3, and I am happy with that. Top 3, I did it. It's shaped like an L. Did I eat dinner today? I had to think about that one. Yes, I did. I have a really bad goldfish memory, to be honest with you. I ate breakfast and I ate dinner, which is more than usual, so progress. Thank you for asking. I struggle pretty intensely with a couple different eating disorder type behaviors, so it's usually a 50-50 if I've actually eaten for the day, or when I last ate. Understandable. People are very cool. I'm antisocial, so I'm not really an overall people person, but I like talking to humans in like scenarios like this where it's more open, less weird, just, hey, how's the weather? Cool. I don't know, I don't do small talk well. Like, tell me your life hopes and dreams and what you're struggling with right now. Or don't tell me anything at all. Not really. But you probably understand what I mean. Fall is cold for me. I have all 4 seasons where I live. Actually, we get probably 6 to 8 if you count all our micro seasons that we consider seasons. And we get cold winters, pretty cold winters. It's not as cold as it used to be, but pretty cool falls, pretty goddamn hot summers, and just kind of neutral, mostly rainy springs. I live in New England. I live in New Hampshire. I normally just say New England, but I also say New Hampshire sometimes, so I live in New Hampshire. So we have some interesting weather. I've always wanted to visit California, but y'all's weather concerns me. I don't think I would survive, to be honest with you. My dad went to college in Florida before I was born, and he's like, no, it's actually nice down there heat-wise, because it's not as humid as the heat up here. And I'm like, I don't care. Oh, I got third again. Yay. Like, I don't care. I don't like heat. Yeah, no thank you. Right now, it is in the 70s during the day for us. 60s and 70s is our fall weather for the daytime. The nights drop down to, like, 30s and 40s, if not a little colder, Fahrenheit, and it's like 60s and 70s. I mean, obviously Fahrenheit. If it was 60s and 70s Celsius somewhere, then... Dantes! Hi! I thought I saw that you messaged me. I just haven't gotten to it yet. No, I didn't see that you messaged me. I was seeing things. What the heck? But yeah, it's like 70s and 60s Fahrenheit for me during the day. Today was like in the 70s, and I still was sweating like crazy because I was busy mowing lawns and stuff, and I am out of shape, so I was having a rough time. I hope you got some sleep, love. Oof, that took out a lot of people. Run. Ah! You gonna realize what this means? I was waiting to tell you. Do you know what this means, Dante? That's the first thing I did when I got this, because I knew you'd see the server games VOD or see me streaming and be like, wait a minute. I've been talking with Boss 8. They're very nice. They're just chilling, asking questions and chatting with me, and it's a vibe. I'm also confusing colors. Yep. I was supposed to be able to play with Christy tonight, but she ended up going to bed. So I've just been playing Among Us and then playing some server games. And confusing colors still. Because I can't comprehend the difference of colors. Magenta. I love Among Us still. I haven't played it in, like, well over a year before I played it tonight. And I botched most of the games I played, but it's okay. I still actively watch Among Us content quite frequently. It's my comfort thing right now. But I tried playing some today on the PlayStation. It went about as well as it could when you don't have a keyboard and people just rapid accuse you for no reason and you can't defend yourself before voting runs out. And then I switched to this. Oh god, I don't even know where brown is. Yep. What'd I get for a place? Second! Yeah, there's like proximity chat and Town of Us mod and a bunch of stuff now that people still play. It's sick. I watched like corpse lobbies in Among Us when I was watching back in 2020. Now I watch like KYR Speedy and Kara Corvus and Chilled Chaos and Sidearms for a Reason. And Himmy Game. Trying to think of everyone that plays those lobbies. I do want to play. I'm probably going to play a little more server games, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll figure it out. I also don't know how much longer I'm playing. It's kind of up in the air of like when I gotta get off. But I am vibing. So I'll probably actually play with you sooner rather than later in case I have to get off. But either way, I will still also play with you later today for me after I get some sleep. I guess later today for you. It's 1 a.m. for me. Later today for me. Is this line? Everyone else is standing here. I'm gonna trust it. I feel colorblind when I play this game. Mixer dreaming over there. What's your matter, baby girl? Stupid leap. I don't want to leap. I want a color teleporter. Ah! I did it again. I did it again. That's interesting. I mean, you're being a good friend. Also, Boss 8, I didn't ask you. Did you eat? I don't know what time it is for you, but did you eat recently since you asked if I ate dinner? It makes sense for you to pretend to, though, Dante's, because you can do, like, the voice and stuff. Yeah. Do you want to make a party and invite me? Or do you want me to invite you? I understand that. Food consumption is hard even on good days. Yay, I'm glad I could remind you. I hope you eat something good for dinner. There's the invite. My controllers are also already down to 1 bar, but that's fine. Hi. Goodness. Are you alright? Two hours? Jesus. I've been overtired since about 9 p.m. It was okay. Dante's is my bestie. He's very cool and he's very awesome. And we talk pretty much all the time. So he just vibes with voice chat and we talk about random things on stream. Sometimes questionable topics, but yeah, today was okay. I did the lawns. I found a newt today. I held a newt. It was very cute. And the dogs played NEWT. There's a lot of different types of them. Time load. 4 hours ago? 4 hours ago, I think. How much sleep did you get? Nice, that's at least a little better. I'm proud of you. But it's fine. I'm back up in followers. I'm up to 64 now. We're matching. Yeah, the dogs get to run around a lot. I talked with my dad a lot and hung out for a while. My head's killing me, and I wanted to pass out when I got home at 9 p.m., but I am still the only one in the apartment, so I can't go to bed yet. You're not in the apartment. You're just in my ears. You are in my mind. So, fair boy. Fair boy. Uh-huh. I'll see if I can find the picture of the newt to send it to you on Instagram. Newt. I'll type it in chat. Yeah. I will send you. Yeah, I haven't seen. I used to catch them and like hold them for ages all the time as a kid, and I haven't seen one in years. And then I saw one today. It was rapidly trying to escape the lawnmower, and I was like, "Don't worry, little buddy, you're all right." And I picked it up and held it for ages, and probably gave it a heart attack that it was gonna get eaten by some random predator. But it's fine. Jeez, I'm sorry. For me at least, it's normal for people to have chronic pain and stuff, so. Everything's normal. I have any favorite songs? Oh god, Boss 8, you cannot ask me about music. Like, genuinely not being grumpy about it, but I put it this way, my main Spotify playlist has how many hours of songs? I think they can hear you. I have party chat turned on. Hey, I won. Where's my main playlist? 198 hours. And 5 minutes. So I listen to a lot of music and a lot of very varied music, and I have a lot of different favorite songs at any point in time. That's a lot of hours. Especially when you consider, like, songs are an average of, 3 to 5 minutes, roughly. And you know what? I will do the math, because why not? So we have 200 hours, roughly. Actually, it's 198 in 5 minutes, so times 60 plus 5 divided by 4 minutes, since that's the median length of time. That's about 2,900 songs. I know, the bots are really irritating. Roughly, because I mean, every song varies, and I just kind of did the median length. Ooh, I used to be really good at this map. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'll open stream. I love you. God damn it, I don't know where to hide now. I'm just gonna hide here. It's very obvious, but it's okay. I wish I could have, like, oh, network error. I wish I could have his stream up and my stream at the same time, because I don't like not having my stream up since you send, chats. I'm now the owner of the party, since you send chats that are long sometimes. Look. I don't know. Do you have any favorite songs or favorite genre of music? I can say my favorite genre of music. I don't know about favorite songs, but I can say, like, generally what I listen to. My favorite genre of music is probably, like, alt, rock, punk vibes, a little mix of all of the above. I listen to a lot of bands like Shinedown, Bringing Benjamin, 3 Days Grace. Linkin Park is amazing. They're one of my top artists. I also listen to a lot of random oddball stuff. I don't know. I died. It's okay. It happens. Linkin Park is very good of a band. Goodness. Get the hider, get the hider, get the hider. Haha, I got a hider. I was trying to pull up my music to show what artists I listen to, and then I got distracted trying to find hiders. You know what? These guys can figure it out on their own. They're getting more people. It's fine. Most recently, I was listening to Pierce the Veil. This is how all over the place I am. My songs that are coming next on what I'm playing right now on Spotify for my playlist is Youngblood, Taylor Swift, Dax, Bring Me the Horizon, Simple Plan, Kellen Quinn, Lovejoy, which is, we were just talking about Lovejoy the other day, Dante's Wilbur Soot's band. Juice WRLD, We Came as Romans, Shinedown, 21 Pilots, Sleep Token, Bad Flower, X, Mothica, All Time Low. Noah Cahan's an artist I listen to way too much now. Pearl Jam, Highly Suspect, Bring Me to the Horizon, Get Scared, Billie Eilish, Dean Lewis, Nickelback. Yeah, it's all over the place up in here. Music is just my vibe. Yeah, you like the like Frenchcore stuff that's like the it's kind of almost like nightcore. And I know that you listen to a lot of similar songs a lot of the time. Yeah. God damn. That's an interesting analogy. Leave. I need to plug my phone in again. I want sleep. Gimme. I also listen to Corpse. Quite unironically. And continuously. Not just like the 2 or 3 songs he released back when he was really popular, but like everything that he's released.
Hello, Max. What are you doing, baby girl?
Also, I told you about my animals, but I didn't tell you their names. So my dog is Nyx. I told you Bailey and Kitty. I think I told you Lucy. Lucy's my cat. Lucy is named after Lucifer, the, Satan, and also the black and white cat from Cinderella. And Nyx is named after the goddess Nyx from Greek mythology. I have tried to learn a second language. I actually at one point knew 4 languages. Do I now? Nope. I took a year of Latin, 2 years of Spanish, half a year of German, and did extra German and some French and some Latin on Duolingo for a long time. So, yeah. I dabbled. Okay. I dabbled a little. But now I struggle to function with English without making up words that don't exist. That don't exist. I still do know bits and pieces, but not nearly as much as I should know. That's really interesting. I like listening to like Korean and Japanese because I find the flow of how the language works really interesting, if that makes sense. Okay. I will look in a minute. I am not yet. I'm playing a murder mystery and trying not to die. Unfortunately, I cannot. Yeah, I got the little plus sign now. I bought a month of it. It's my little birthday present to myself, I suppose. Dante's knows Japanese, and by knows Japanese, I mean he knows, like, a few choice phrases in it. You were trying to tell me Japanese the other day. I wasn't putting you on the spot to say it. Is no one dead yet? Oh, the innocent one. Hey, I got most coins collected already. Nice. I did a thing. Is a Pokemon card question mark? I did not go into vacant stream. Vacant streaming? Oh my god, how am I gonna watch? Oh, okay. No, I didn't earlier. Sad. I was in a stream last night, though. Hmm. Yeah, he was chilling in chat with me a long time last night. We were talking about a lot of random stuff. And then, I went in his stream after I got off, and then when I went to go to bed, I told him, or when I at least got off Twitch, because I said I was going to bed, but I didn't end up going to sleep until like 4 or 5 a.m. When I went to go to bed, I just told him, like, thanks for the conversations and the advice, hope you have a good stream. Yeah, it was nice. He's pretty cool. Well, Dante's got like 5 hours, which is double what he normally gets. I got an hour and a half, and then 4 hours. So yeah. And unfortunately, my body is one of the lovely bodies that demands 12 hours of sleep or it doesn't want to function. So my absolute lack of sleep schedule lately is completely detrimenting me. So yeah, I have a really whack sleep schedule. Yeah. And then you sleep like 5 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my sleep schedule's all over the place, boss. My partner gets up for work at like 6 a.m. roughly, and then usually I tend to go back to sleep for a bit. But I didn't fall asleep last night until like 4:30, so when we got up at 6... Okay. So when we both got up at 6, I was still, like, barely functioning exhausted. Hey, I keep getting most coins collected. So I tried to go back to sleep, but I had stuff to do today, so I had to get back up fairly soon. I actually slept through pretty much all of my alarms. I was so tired this morning that when I woke up with my first early alarms, I panicked because my boyfriend wasn't in bed, and I was like, where is he? It's 6 a.m. He needs to go to work. And realized it was actually like 10 a.m. And I had been home alone for a solid 4 hours sleeping. Not 4 hours sleeping, but been home alone for 4 hours, sleeping for like 2 at that point. So yeah, my brain's a little broken, hence why I've been absolutely exhausted since 9 p.m. But I cannot go to sleep yet, so here we are. Alligator skin. Itch, itch, itch. It's currently 1:30 in the morning for me, which means at best I'll be getting 4 hours of sleep, because even if he was on his way home right now, he wouldn't get here for another half hour. And he's not on his way home right now, so fun times. I don't know where the monitor is. We won already. Why do we keep winning immediately? Those are cool skins. That's interesting. I have an inconsistent work schedule because I work from home and I have very minimal work right now. I pretty much only have to write for work at the moment, whether I'm writing for publishing my own works or writing for the companies that I write for. And they're more so of a, we just need this amount of content on a monthly basis. And somehow I'm still behind on that at the moment because life's been life. So, yeah, fun times. My partner works pretty consistently right now. He's got like a set in stone schedule of like 12-ish hour days for most of the days that he works. Why am I trapped? Are you gonna be my friend and get trapped too? No? Okay. I didn't know bear traps even existed in this game. I would have been a sitting duck for being killed. I got another one, what the heck? Let me out. That's interesting. Schedules are overrated. I say as if I could ever live without at least some semblance of routine. Speed. I'm zooming. That's really cool. That's an actually really awesome goal to have. I really hope that goes well for you. What's your nonprofit going to be about? Or like focused on? Twinsies. That's really important. I love that. I agree, I agree, I agree. I've actually, my family, my mom's side of the family has been homeless 3 or 4 times now in the 20 years of my existence. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about how people become homeless and why, and a lot of issues with giving access for people to like shelter and basic existence needs, and it's incredibly frustrating. Water gave me speed, zoom in for like half a second. What the hell? Networker. Yes, that's really interesting. I like that. You're a very respectable human, and I admire your goals. His internet kicked him from the party again. To be fair, a lot of nonprofits are incredibly expensive. Like you said, with connections and, you know, over time. It's definitely an overarching need that a lot of people can connect to, so I think you'd have a lot of opportunity to find people that are willing to help with your cause and find a lot of resources. I know your internet keeps going out, Dante's. That's really interesting. I love that you have like a whole name and everything. You're really planning it out. That's awesome. A lot of people don't even get that far when they're thinking about goals like that. So that's kudos to you. And I hope it goes exactly as you hope it to. Or better. People are dying. People are dying. I'm running. People are dying. People are dying. People are dying. I need to get out of here. I'm hearing people dying and I can't tell where and I'm scared. I'm trying to answer your invite, Dantes, but I'm also trying to not die. I know, I see the invite, I promise. I'm trying. I'm scared. Ooh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I'm answering it. I'm answering it. I'm answering it. I am back. Hey, I got most coins again. Yeah. I don't imagine. Tell me. Tell me why I made lemon tea and it's red. Stop bashing your Minecraft head against walls. I think the tea had hibiscus in it, which means it makes sense that it's red, but it also just confused me and I had to like triple read the ingredients. I am playing Murder Mystery. Oh, not sad, not alone. No. No. But I'm here. I'm right here. Dogs in the background. Oh my god, that stinks. If one of you farted, I swear to goodness. To the death. God damn. Dad's dogs are healing up good. I checked on them today. I keep just getting most coins collected over and over again. Favorite books? Oh gosh, that's another one. I have read over 100 books this year. I read 150, more than 150 last year. I read over 100 the year before. I track my reading. I have an entire book talk account and bookstagram account, and I get free books from authors all the time. I am like fully committed to my hobby of reading. Thank you, Dante's. I am addicted to many books. I have hundreds of them in my house. Favorite? I think my recent favorites was, there was a series I read by an author called Randy Gardner. That was a mythology-based series. It was a mythology-based series. I'm trying to remember the names of the books. I can't remember the names of the books. I don't know. My brain's too broken to remember anything I've read. I'm currently reading 2 books at the same time. I read a lot of like advanced and early reads. Like advanced reader copies of books before they get published. I'm best friends with a couple indie authors, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They have a Bajan Canadian skin. And it's cute. I want to visit a lot of places. Dante's knows my answer to that. Besides that answer, I think Thailand would be really interesting to visit. I think it would be a unique culture situation, and there's a lot of things in the tourism industry for Thailand. But I don't know when or if that'll happen. I would absolutely love to travel quite frequently at some point before I die, but I haven't even traveled further than New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, New York, Connecticut, Mass, Rhode Island. But I still have to explore a lot of the U.S. before I even would be venturing into another country, so I died. First death. The little skull. I don't know. I don't know if I know any cutie patooties besides you. Who killed me? Artwork preference? I don't think so. I like art in general. I find art very interesting. The only thing I don't like about art is the digital artists that like to sit in my chat and have a nice conversation with me just for them to turn around and ask if I want to spend money on their artwork. And then leave when I say no. I totally understand, like, wanting to promote yourself and needing to do that to make your money to survive, but God, it gets so sad sometimes. That is a lot of hours. I have 900 something in Minecraft, and that's about it. Favorite animal? I like sloths. I also like opossums. And I like horses. I'm not an animal. I'm a human. Birds are very interesting. There's actually been bald eagles near my childhood home a lot, and my dad keeps sending me pictures of them, and they're very pretty. I think as far as birds, I like owls a lot. And I like cockatiels. I like watching all the talking cockatiel video compilations. I actually have verbal stems that involve saying the same things I've heard cockatiels say in videos and talking parrots say in videos, which cannot be repeated on the stream. 1026. That's a lot. Goodness. Yeah, I get why your mom didn't like the idea though, because they're very intense birds to own, and like parrots and cockatiels are really intense to own, and you own them like lifelong for a lot of cases because they can live decades. Meow. Meow.
Oh, hi, Nix. You're using me as pillow.
Oh, you want the belly rubs? I will give you the belly rubs anytime. It's a good girl. It's a good girl. Oh, the belly rubs. Oh, the belly rubs. Little puppy. Now you want belly rubs too, baby. Yeah, I can't tell what it is. Is it a Pokemon card? I don't think I've ever owned Pokemon cards. Oh, no kidding. I'm the killer, aren't I? Goddamn. I hate being the killer. I'm so bad at it. Meow. You're definitely tired, huh? But it's okay. I definitely should go to sleep, but I cannot. Yeah. I'm trying to find stragglers of people, but I can't. I don't know. I don't think so, question mark. My first game. I have the memory of a goldfish, so I probably couldn't remember that accurately. Yeah, understandable, and I appreciate it. I've played a lot of old games. I played like on the GameCube, on the Wii, on a PS3. I don't remember what's like the oldest era for me. I remember playing Spyro a lot on the GameCube. My favorite childhood game. I think Minecraft, honestly, would be my favorite childhood game. And that's why I still play it so much. Before Minecraft, probably like the Wii Sports Resort and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't remember how young I was when I started playing Minecraft, honestly. It's been way too long. Why can't I find anything? I don't know what my username is in Minecraft. I got 1 kill. That's pitiful. I don't remember what age I was when I started Minecraft, to be honest with you. Most of my childhood is like I existed and then I turned 14 and memories started existing for me again. Besides bits and pieces. But I remember playing it on the first editions of the iPod Touches that they made, where iPods turned into like a mini smartphone. Back when you like ate food to regain your health. It was like the early editions of the Minecraft Pocket Edition. And I remember playing it a lot on my mom's old laptop, and then we begged Mom to buy it for us on the PS3. And we got a PS3 when they first came out. I knew a couple of people that played like the beta release online, but I never did. I will play with you soon. I'm taking a break for a second to close my eyes because my head hurts. It feels like I'm getting an active lobotomy right now. And I'm pretty sure there's literally nothing I can do because I've eaten today and I've drank water. So I'm pretty sure the only factor for why I still have this bad of a headache is the lack of sleep. Lobotomy is a good word. It is really interesting that the game still puts out updates and stuff. I played on the PS3 for a long time after they stopped supporting updates for the PS3, so I missed a good chunk of updates for a while. Yeah, it was so sad because it was like you could see all the cool stuff online of like updates of Minecraft, but you were stuck with the aquatic update. Like, huh? Yeah. I sound tired. What's stopping me from sleeping? I am tired. I am incredibly exhausted. I'm actually getting towards the state of just delirium, overtired, which Dante's loves because I'm quite amusing when I am. I can't sleep because my partner isn't home, and I live in an apartment, and okay, my dogs bark when the door opens when he gets home at night, and if they bark at any time after 10 p.m. too much, we could get a noise violation, and if I get one more noise violation, I'll get evicted. So I have to be awake when he gets home, which means I either have to sneak and sleep until he calls me that he's on his way home, or I just wait to sleep until he gets home, which usually means the second option, because I get too anxious about feeling like if I fall asleep I'll miss the phone call, and then the dogs will bark, and then yeah. So it's a fun thing. I'm currently laying sideways to just chill for a second. My brain's kind of becoming static, but it's okay. Normally my streams are much better than this, I promise. If you followed me, you'll see some of the better streams. But I am... Dante's can attest that I am not normally this way. This is like a little bit delirium mess. It doesn't help that I'm, I know. I didn't get on until I was already kind of tired though, but I've been devolving because I'm really overstimulated by how bad my head hurts. Oh, I'm sorry that you got sad. I need one of my fidgets or something. Where's my fidgets? I don't have my fidgets. His network crashed. I think that's what that noise means. No, he didn't crash. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm incredibly overstimulated right now and it's not doing well. No, it's not you. It's the fact that my head hurts so bad and I can't stand pain sometimes when it's been constant or really bad. The noise helps as a distraction. Yeah, I'm okay. I just really don't like taking meds for my headaches, but I probably have to at this point. I'm okay. I think I have some water. Thank you, Bossy. I just saw your deep breath message. I tried to take a deep breath. I appreciate you. Yes, I can try to drink some water. Oh, fuck. Where's my water? God damn it, I'm trying not to swear on the stream, and I'm already swearing. It's fine. That puts me at 3,000 milliliters of water, not including the water I drink at my dad's. I think that's enough for today right now. I'm sorry that you have to listen to me devolving, Boss 8. You're like, I just joined this stranger's stream and then I have to listen to them devolve. I have to leave the server, right? Okay, I will leave the server. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know why, but calling me man was really chill. I like that. Not in a weird way, like that was just chill. It was nice. friends. Search players. No. Search gamer tag. No gamer tag found. Huh? Oh yeah, it's the I one. Okay. Bad boy Halo person. Sorry, I see it. I'm okay. I have a lot of chronic pain, and I'm usually okay with chronic pain, but when I'm at the point where I already had a really long day, and I'm kind of past my limit for stimulation, having constant pain just adds to it a little too much for me. And I don't know how to describe it, honestly. It's just autism being autism, I suppose. But this is keeping me sane because honestly it's overstimulating enough that I would be like curled up in a ball on the floor right now, so at least I don't need to be curled up on a ball on the floor because I'm vibing. I don't know, I think it's okay if I add you on the Minecraft thing, right? I don't know. It doesn't say it. I'm gonna let you do your end of things, and I'm gonna just cuddle Nyx for a hot second. Because I think that's gonna help a little. I hope that's gonna help a little.
Oh, Nyx, baby. Can you give me the snuggles, please? I love you. Thank you, Nyx, baby. Hi, I'm trying to cuddle Nyx for a minute. So it'll help me relax a little. It's up to you. Okay. It'll be a minute. I'm snuggling the puppy dog for a second. I gotta follow Atomic. I haven't seen Atomic streams yet. And Angelic followed me, I think, from Vacant's chat. Me and Angelic were chilling in Vacant's chat last night, and Angelic followed me, and I was like, oh, that's nice. They seem to be a nice human. I didn't interact with them very much. We got bees. We got little bees with little paw pads on their beaks. I got your nails, lady.
Also my voice is gonna be, I think I see it. Dante's knows this, but just letting you know, my voice goes a little all over the place, because this is kind of my trained voice, and when I'm not actively making effort into it, or when Dante's and I are talking, it kind of goes everywhere. It's not really an indication of how I'm doing fully, it's just kind of a thing that happens, so my brain feels broken. I like that this person calls me buddy, they're nice. We made a friend in chat. I was gonna say, if you said I'll call you buddy, I'll be like, what? I thought I was babes and cutie. And a lot of other nicknames. Nyx is done with wanting cuddles. I am not, I'm sorry. I'm coming. How do I answer the invite? Thank you, I'm sorry. I was cuddling. Click the touchpad button. Accept. I was cuddling Nixie and then she stopped letting me cuddle her, but that's okay because she helped a lot and that's nice. She's a good girl. Boop, 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 boop. You got dry nose. You got a smooth brain. Smooth brain. Whoa, cactus. Excuse me. Well, fuck. I mean, well, heck. Oh my god, I found a camel. I forgot that's a feature. I was watching the chords. Dante's, you wanna know what my chords are right now? 266, negative 95. I have no food. I am in a desert. No, it's okay. I found trees. I'll make a pit stop and then I'll go to you. I was just concerned about being in a desert with no wood or anything. Okay. I like how Minecraft made the different colors of water for the different biomes and stuff. Like that's so cool. I'm looking at a regular river and a desert river right now, and it's so cool next to each other. I don't know how you are capable of making those noises, but it's cool, and I like it. Talent. It's another camel. I wish I had a saddle. Me too. Sanity is overrated. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like yeah, that sounds fun. There it is. Why are you in a tree? Yeah. 5:23:23. I found wood. Sword. Boat. That's all I need in life. It feels like there's a steel rod going through my eyeball and then through my brain. What? That would be odd. I would be stuck to you. Oh my god, there's dillos. Armadillos. Oh, they're just cute. They're just cute. Do they drop anything? They don't. We could technically do that if we hosted a lobby, because we could set ourselves as imposters. I don't host lobbies much anymore, but it's fun. Yeah, when you're a host of a lobby on console, you can choose who the imposters are or whatever. I don't know if you can on multi-imposter. I know you can with single imposter and like with hide and seek. Hey, I found a village. I might stop there to get some food so I don't die on the way here. Oh yeah. Less stress. Do you need any potatoes? Do you need any carrots or wheat at all? They have carrots and wheat. I remember. Okay. I remember that you had a bunch of wheat because you were doing the big farm, and then you were doing the sugarcane island. I remember because you were standing on the island watching sugarcane grow while we were both absolutely delirious, overtired. Yeah. Alright, carrots. I know, because you keep staying up all night because I'm streaming. It's a kitty cat. I love you too. It's a kitty cat. I'm coming. I'm just getting distracted. I'm sorry. Oh, there's a cow farm. There's gonna be cows outside. Ooh, I found melons too. I found a nitwit and I want to punch it to death. Whisper it to me, question mark? Ugh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm back. What, the phone call? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, firefly bushes. I do have to get off, but I'm trying to like run further before I have to get off. But I'll get back on after I get some goddamn sleep. I don't know what time. I have no clue what time. I know I'm gonna go to sleep until he goes to work, and he goes to work at 6. There's a high likelihood I go back to sleep for a little bit. I'm thinking like 1 or 2 p.m. my time. I think. So in like 12 hours. Ish. Yes, I'm going to sleep hopefully within an hour. Alright, thank you for stopping in, Boss 8. I hope you have a good night and get some sleep, and I hope you ate dinner like you said you needed to. Thank you for checking up on me. Thank you for chilling and chat with me. It was nice meeting you, and it was really good talking to you. And I wish you luck with everything going on in your life right now. I hope things get better. Holy lag. Hey, I'm gonna be kidded when I see you. Yes. I've seen 3 villages since I got on. I made it about halfway. I think I have to get off because I do have to make sure I'm downstairs and everything when he shows up, and he's already like over halfway here, so unfortunately I have to get off. I'm glad I got to talk to you. I'll keep pestering you in messages. 15 20 12 85. I'll write it in your chat. 15 20 12 85. And then my Y is, I made a, yes, I made a little pillar out of acacia wood so that you can see where I was. My Y is 77. Okay, I'll keep messaging you both until I fall asleep. Okay, I'll talk to you. I hope you have a good rest of stream. Bye, I love you. Mwah. And to the rest of the people watching my stream or watching this VOD, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Be sure to take your meds, drink some water, eat some food, get some sleep, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Stream. Stop.